Hey folks, Tim Newman with Soft Lite Studios bringing you yet another daily assignment. And I'm accompanied in the studio today by my Shiba Inus, Aspen and Aaliyah, because they're pretty excited about today's topic as well. Our assignment today is for August 6th, 2019. Our assignment today is titled Egg Sighting. Now you can see why the dogs liked it. Our description for this assignment is feel the need for a little extra protein in your life? Well, then eggs are just the way to make that happen. And in this assignment, what we want you to do is have your focus be on shooting eggs. Now, lots of things are made with eggs, but let's keep the focus on that egg shape. All right, some sample images to consider here. Obviously, this first picture here is clearly about the eggs. And it's also about a stylized color set, a diagonal running across the frame, and really a nod to the rule of thirds here, done quite well. All right, in our next sample image, well, this is a collection of eggs sitting in an egg crate, and I think you'll agree this makes for a wonderful pattern which has great symmetry to it, and again, a nice nod to the rule of thirds and a very stylized color set. Let's take a look at the elements of design that matter to us here. Now, obviously, when we're thinking about eggs, are thinking about that egg shape. It's clearly identifiable. And we've seen patterns and symmetry used pretty effectively so far, so I think that's pretty important as well. Let's take a look at some more sample images. Now, in this one here, not only are we working the shape of the egg, but we're really working the form of the egg as well. We are conveying volume with shadow and texture because of the quality of light. We are also conveying texture because this poor little egg is broken. And believe it or not, if you consider the location of that break, we are putting it at an intersecting point in the rule of thirds. So we're still using that rule as we're composing these scenes. This next scene, okay, there's no eggs in it, but it's pretty identifiable that it is an egg crate. And I really like the way the diagonals are working through the frame. I like the managed monochromatic color set here, and I like the volume and the texture that we're getting here from the angle of the light and the shadow. I think this is really a well done image as far as sticking with the theme and what we want to have accomplished here in these images. Last but not least, okay, these technically aren't eggs, but they're eggy enough for me. I would take one right now and check out what's underneath that wrapper. I really like the colors in here, the color set that's in here. Nice nod to complementary colors, and I think the specular highlights in here are well managed. I think it makes for a pretty good image. Let's take a look at the rules of composition that matter to us here. The rule of thirds, we've seen that through almost all of the sample images that we have seen here in this little video that we put together, and I think it works really, really well for these subjects. Point of view matters, right? That's where you're going to make this shape obvious in the way that you're looking at the scene. And I think balance matters too, not only subject balance, but tonal balance in these guys as well. All right, one last slide for us, and those are our requirements if you are going to export your image for upload, for consideration for our monthly image critique. Also at the bottom, you'll see an example of a file name for today's date and the naming standard that we follow. If none of that makes sense to you, take a look at the Update 01 video, which is included below as a clickable link, right next to the upload URL, which is included as well as a clickable link, so we don't make you type out all those characters. And of course, there's one more clickable link you might want to consider while you're down in that area, and that's the subscribe button. That's a really great clickable link. All right, well, get out there and get shooting, but don't forget, learning equals skills, practice equals mastery. We'll see you out there.
Thank you.